Hello YouTube, today I'll be unboxing my i3 from Prusa.printerkits.com. Came in quite nice and cheaply, £300, and the postage free, very quick postage as well. I was expecting to get it maybe a week later than it actually came, and packaging looks good, so let's make a crack of it. Oh, there's the stuff we're looking for. A whole kilo of PLA at 1.75mm again. Normally it's 500 kilograms, but they ran out, and the guy who actually sells these said he'd give me some of his personal stash, so that's why it's not packaged. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, a whole roll of masking tape. I'm not 100% sure what I'll need that for, but we'll see. And the first layer. Okay. Sorry, everywhere. Oh, so I'm going to be hoovering. First off, power supply. Well, power cable for the power supply. That's what I'm going to be using. We seem to be using masking tape for the bed. I don't think I'll be using that, but it's nice of them to include it in the packaging. That's mounted to pre-soldered, and from Mr. They're nice and central. Oh, even comes with snips. I do. You can never have too many snips. Let's get rid of some of this rubbish. Oh, cable tidy and a few P-clips and zip ties. Can never have too many zip ties. And the LCD screen, and a bag of nuts and bolts. That looks like your extruder cooling fan and heatsink. Not bad. Only two holes, obviously it just mounts with two bolts in. And your fan and fan guard. Micro switches for your end stops. All pre-wired and pre-plugged, so no soldering for me, that's ideal. Don't mind soldering, but if it's done for me, even better. And even more tools. That's brilliant. Load of Allen keys, little spanner and a screwdriver. So they think of everything there. Brilliant. A SD card, micro SD card, 8GB. For if I don't want to connect it to the printer, I can send my G code to the printer on the SD card. And here comes the frame. Frame on this one's acrylic, a little bit wary with the heat, especially considering the heater bed mounts to acrylic. I might have to change it at some point if I want to go for high temperature or exotic filaments. We'll see if it warps. If it doesn't, I'll keep using it. If it does, no, not the worst thing in the world, I'll upgrade it to some aluminium. Got a friend who can cut that out for us. Let's see, I think they said it was 8mm, yeah, 8mm thick acrylic. So there's one side of it. The other, all nicely cut, and Very nicely cut and polished as well. So no horrible edges. More acrylic, lots of acrylic. I've got it in black, it looks lovely. Not sure what that one's for, but we'll find out. I'm planning to do the actual build as well for you, and upload that at some point. This kit also comes with a stand for your reels, so that's what that one is. I haven't seen any kits that do that. I have seen some that have the attachments at the top, but this gives me the options of where I want to put it. Okay, there's your cooling fan for the actual extruded filament. We're going to put that in. And the controller board, a lot smaller than I was thinking. Very small. I was expecting the nice long one. SD card mount. All your headers. Okay. Looks nice. Podcast, this is the new revision for 2016. Let's see how it goes. And of course, on the back you got your USB cable, a belt for your Y-axis and your X-axis. All starting everywhere. First printed part. Looks nicely printed. Very smooth. Few. Oh, they've already pre-built the idler into it. Yeah, idler in there. Doesn't look like it's going to have a tensioner for the belts. But no worries, I've got a 3D printer, I can print one. Just have to find a mod or design one myself. So that's the idler side, here's the motor side. And once again, bearings already inserted. And very well printed as well. Nice and smooth. So doesn't look like I've printed it on the cheapest setting, or the quickest setting, sorry. Well, that looks like another idler, partially assembled. So that would probably be the Y-axis idler, and again, I'm not sure how I'm going to tension that. So it might be a case of just pulling it and locking it to the bed and hoping I don't have to retension it in the future. But it's nice that it's partially assembled, saving some time later. And lots more acrylic. Lots more acrylic. So small parts. We'll see where they go. And some adapters for the power supplies. And some cutouts. Hopefully that's just excess. Yeah, it just looks like excess from when they cut the acrylic. Okay, that's the second layer done. I'll go through this. Even more acrylic. Lots and lots of acrylic. I must say it was actually really well packaged as well. There's polystyrene everywhere, nothing's damaged so far. Not saying it would be, but I have had packages come through before and no fault of the vendor, but sometimes the courier can be a little bit heavy-handed. Ooh, the extruder and direct drive, all pre-built by the looks of it. Yeah, it's already in the carriage, ready to go. That's very nice. Oh, and more bearings and the housings. And more bearings and housings. Y-axes and the X-axes. Ideal. So stay there. And 4-step motors. Now they've continued with the colour theme for mine, black sides. And the attachments are already fastened. That's ideal. Of course, always check tighten them later on in build. This is the axis. Step motors and the X and Y. What's this one here? Pop over the box. Last but not least. Oh, this will be the power supply. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's power supply. Build this year. Make sure. And make sure that it's set to the correct voltages for my area, which looks like, well, that's quite difficult to get to. There's no actual, the switch for the voltage selector is actually hidden behind the cage. So if you do need to change it in the future, you probably have to put a pen or a little rod through to change it, but it's set to 220, so I'm happy with that. It's set to what I need it at. Or maybe it's just their preference, they want to make sure you get it right. And then there's your smooth rods, nicely packaged, and my threaded rods. There we go. Well, thank you for watching my video.